Seen people relax their children's hair when they are really young, you are increasing the risk. Hey girl, congratulations. Here are some tips from a birth doula and a lactation counselor. Breastfeed your baby if you can. And I'm saying this because as an African, I don't know, but I had in my mind that formula was somehow superior, or it's what people who have money can afford, or if you are abroad you have access to formula. I never really knew that breast milk was superior. I also think that even though back home we are encouraged to breastfeed, there's still this thing where you have to add formula. And I can tell you, so long as you're having enough supply for your baby, you do not need formula at all. After solids, your baby doesn't have to ever taste or come near formula. And that is interesting. I didn't know that. Some people, when their babies turn 6 months, they will automatically go and get formula. Now formula can be needed, and we have to emphasize that, to say that when there is no breast milk available or a mother cannot breastfeed, formula definitely can save a child's life. And we have to just know when to give it and when we don't need it. So I just wanted to say that. Secondly, I wanted to say you don't have to give your baby a bath immediately. It is recommended to delay your baby's bath. For my first child, it was up until 3 days. For my second one, I don't even remember. That's how long we waited. That's because when the baby come out, they have this vernix that is on them that protects them from outside bacteria. And so when this vernix is on them, it kind of gives them some kind of protection up to a time where it wraps off it on its own. And then when you start baby's bath, I would advise you to avoid soaps. Just water is enough. I know this is very, very controversial. If you still want to use soaps, though, there are really gentle, great soaps that will not introduce your baby to health issues. Nowadays, we are exposed to so much. We have so many choices, and it can be hard as a mother to know what to get for your child. My best advice is always keep it simple. Always, if you get in something, read what was used to make it. The more things you see, the more it's getting away from the natural thing that thing's supposed to be. So for example, lotion, I want to put something shea butter on my baby. I just want to see shea butter. I don't want to see you added this fragrance, you added that. I don't want that. I just want to see shea butter. Your babies, how beautiful their skin will look, how their hair will look. It's all about the feeding that you're going to feed them, and genetics. The outside one is just for kind of like maintenance. We don't want to be dry. We don't want to. So the more work is from the inside. Also, when you are being simple, you are really protecting your child's health. I've seen people relax their children's hair when they are really young. You are increasing the risk of your child getting uterine fibroids. You are increasing the risk of the child having hormonal issues in general. So thyroid, PCOS is because we are exposed to so much chemicals that are toxic chemicals that are disruptive to our hormones. And so when your hormones are really out of balance, you are prone to all these hormonal diseases, thyroids, PCOS, fibroids. They are all hormonal issues. So you want to keep the chemicals out. Make sure that you're not wearing fragrances. Keep the, it's really hard as a mom, because all your pregnancy you've probably been planning, I want to buy this, I want to buy that, and a lot of these things, you're just introducing your child to toxic stuff. So if you keep it simple, that's one thing that helps me. Then you are limiting the amount of toxins that your child is being exposed to. We cannot live totally toxin free. The world is broken, but we can limit what we are exposed to. So even the clothing that you're going to buy for your children, shop organic clothing. They don't have to be expensive. Walmart has a brand that is organic. You can just go Walmart organic clothing for babies, and you will see them I shop Kate Queen, I shop, what are their names? I'm getting blank, but I'll probably put it on the screen. I'll also put some lotions on the screen if you don't, you still want something, you know, fancy. When I had my first child, I'll make everything from scratch at home. I'll make my butter, I'll make my lotions. But as the second child came, I don't have time for that. So sometimes I'll buy, but I normally keep it simple. I'll buy jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is the closest oil to what our skin produces. So if you have a newborn and you want to moisturize them, I'll advise you to use just that. Don't add anything. I know some people be like, oh, my product is clean, I just use essential oil. Don't listen to them. Most of them are not using quality essential oils, and it can be harmful. And really, I think some of us abuse essential oils. They are really potent, and so the whole aim is use it when you need it. Not, you know, you don't have to put it on blast all the time. Everything that is good, if you use it too much, is gonna harm you, because balance. And then the other thing I want to talk about, and I know this one, a lot of mothers are like, no, your baby is gonna wake up. He or she's gonna wake up so many times in the night. That is because babies, when they're in their womb, they don't know time. They get the food anytime they want. They are close to you. They are sleeping with you, and then they come out, and everything is so different. Really, they are like figuring out. They're frustrated, but being close to you helps them to be like, okay, I'm still safe. And then they have to grow, so their body is telling them wake up and eat. So they wake up and they eat. You're going to hear a lot of advice: add formula half and half so that they can sleep. The reason why, and I don't know if it's really true that all formula fed babies sleep better, because I know some of them react and they are so fussy. So I don't really know, but I know they advise add formula so the baby can sleep well. The reason why they might sleep well is because it takes longer. The body is not made to digest formula, so it takes longer for them to break it down. So why would you want to do that to your baby? So that's why it stays in the body longer, and that's why they sleep for longer stretches. But the breast milk is what your baby's body was made to digest, so they digest it fast and they wake up for another round. It's not normal to you, but it's totally normal to your baby. And what I would advise in these times, if you are abroad and you don't have much help, is to hire a doula. They will help you if you want them to take care of the home. There are some postpartum doulas that will do light housework, or you can get a nanny that will do housework, or housekeeper that will do the housework, so you can be with your baby and feed them, sleep when they sleep, all those kind of nice things. That's what I did with my second. I was like, I'm just gonna be in this moment, because life becomes so hard that it's like you are with your baby but you're not with your baby, and before you know, the time passes. But with my second, I was like, I want to be here, I want to, and it was not perfect, but I saw the difference with my first and my second. I didn't hire really someone to do these things, but I was in a great community, my church and my friends. There was meal trains, this one would bring food home, and all the good things. My in-laws were here, but you know, even with in-laws, you know, depending on the relationship, I mean, you can't even ask some of us, you can ask your in-law to come and wipe your blood or something like that. You are a little shy. Sometimes there's conflict because new baby, we are all learning. It's not because you are bad or your in-law is bad, it's just human nature, new things, we're all learning, and there's that conflict. So really, at your church or your community, you can set up a meal train, and you can help each other. So baby is gonna wake a lot, and one of the things you can be doing so that they will be learning, because eventually they will learn, is you go through the day with them. So if you are cleaning and all that, keep them close to you. Baby wearing helps, and that saved my sanity, and it helps the baby to see when there's daylight, there's activities, and then when it's night, it's quiet, and it's dark. So that is it's something called the something rhythm. I know the word, but I can't pronounce it, so I'm going to put it on the screen. So the babies are born and they have to learn all these things, and that is why they wake up so much. So it's not that you have to do something to fix them. It's the biological ways how God has made us humans to be. My child is 2.5 and he still wakes up to nurse at least once in the night. And I'll say this, that if you can follow your child with the things that they do, don't try to go and bring things from outside, like, oh, they say if you do this and then you forcing your child but your child is not able to do them and you're frustrated. Follow your child, of course, unless there's an underlying issue that needs to be solved. And that takes me back to breastfeeding. So there can be some breastfeeding challenges and you will need support in transferring milk. Sometimes parents do not feed well the first few days because baby is not sucking well and there's no one to help the mother latch the baby properly so they can suck well, or the baby has some oral issues. There's no one that is supporting the mother to identify these oral issues, and so they can miss out on the colostrum phase. One thing that I always recommend that you can easily express if you're having these issues, and I think I've put how to express breast milk on my channel. If it's not there, let me know. I think I have. And you can watch that. That helps. And you can spoon feed the baby or cup feed the baby with the colostrum if you're having those issues. The way you can increase your supply is to always remove milk. You know, you want to feed your baby about 8 to 12 times in 24 hours, or remove milk about 8 to 12 times in 24 hours. And the more you remove milk, the more you make milk. So if you want to sleep and somebody's helping you with the baby in the night, especially the newborn phase, the first few days, don't go and sleep 7 hours because it's not how your body wants to do it. I know it's not it's hard, but it's just some few days and you're gonna go through it. The beautiful thing is that God start preparing us before baby comes. You realize that those end of pregnancy days where you can't sleep, that's God preparing you. Anyway, so there's that. Removing milk will make your milk come in. Sometimes, depending on the kind of birth that you went through, if there were fluids given, it might make your, like, you'll be engorged, or there will be some kind of edema. And so just massaging the breast gently backwards can help those fluids go and the milk to flow. Sometimes if you get epidural or any anesthesia, this can affect the baby too. So when they will not be able to suck properly, or their sucking will be disorganized. So they need time and continuous follow-up from a lactation counselor or consultant. One thing I've realized is that most of the lactation, well, in my experience, let me not say most, some of the lactation consultants in the hospital are not knowledgeable. So if you can consult with the IBCLC outside the hospital, and there are a lot of resources online, free, evidence-based. Yes, don't sleep on the internet, okay? There is a lot of free, evidence-based, correct things that you can find on the internet if you know how to look for those things, and they can be beneficial to you at this stage. So that's what I wanted to say. Congratulations, and I hope these tips helped. If you like this content, give me a like so that I know to do more content like this. I'm not consistent because I am a full-time housewife and a stay-at-home mom, and I do not have any other support. So I do come here and share. This is the part of me that I want to give to the world. So I do come here and do this once in a while. I'm a birth doula and a lactation counselor. So thank you for watching, and bye-bye.